Social media and purpose. What is social media? Social media, we're talking about interactive technologies. You know, as we are now, we're socializing. But the social media is the one where you deploy the use of technology, which is your phone and your other gadgets, you know, that facilitates. So it facilitates interaction and it supports it. So that is what the social media is for. So, but what is the purpose of social media? It is for creating. You use the social media to create things. You use it to share, you know, information, ideas, interests, and other forms of expression through virtual communities and network. With social media, I'm sure you have friends that you've never met before on social media. True or false? So, you know, so it's virtual. When we talk about it, because you use technology, people you've never met before, I have so many of them that I engage with. Money has parted their hands to me. My own has parted to, you know, has gone from me to them through the social media communities and network. So why do we need to be on social media? There's some important data you need to know. It says monthly Facebook users are up to 2.94 billion monthly. 2.94 billion are on Facebook monthly, not annually. Monthly, people are there. 2.94 billion people monthly. And then, according to statistics.com, in a research, you know, in May 2022, says about 1 billion people are active on Instagram monthly. And this thing does not have any barrier. You know, as you're connected to people, that is how much, you know, your reach can also go. While on WhatsApp is active in over 100 countries with over 2 billion active users. WhatsApp has been downloaded over 5 billion times. 5 billion times. So you're now seeing that that's an active population that cannot be overlooked. You can't say you're in Maraba or you're in Abuja. You know, the social media opens up to you a space that is beyond where you are in location, across. But what is important is, what are you doing on social media? What are you doing on social media? Do you have a purpose for being there? Those that set up the platforms have a why. They have told us the purpose. So it is for networking. Yes, I know we network. We network on social media. You know, you meet friends, you increase your friendships and things like that. But beyond networking, you say it's for information sharing. What kind of information? She has told us what she did with her social media handles, and she updated her profile. And they didn't even need to come to her. They only needed to go to their social media, and then people found out about her achievements, about what she could do, and there was no physical interview. So it was a virtual interview where she was not physically. They didn't even call her. They didn't even do a Zoom call. They just assessed her based on what she was on social media. So that means that you cannot take your social media presence casual. You cannot take it casual. If you were before now, not again. So yes, we stay connected with friends. You know, your friend's birthday, you wish them a happy birthday, but that is what everybody can do. Updating new status, you take new photographs, you do that one, post it there. You're in your village, do it there. Checking to know what other people are doing. Okay, you now know Mercy Chinwo got married yesterday, you know that, Abby. But beyond that, I get to tell my children, I say, you're clapping, you're watching, you're spending our data, you know, to watch TV, watch this one, watch the other one. You spend your own data on the phone. The more you do that for people who are present, the more you're increasing their relevance, and you are spending your own money. When will we begin to look out for you? When will we begin to see what you can offer to the world? Those people you're watching, they have made a statement, and so we are watching them. You buy data, you watch. So you need to rethink it. You need to rethink your presence on social media. They say one day begins a story. Don't say, when will I start? When will I begin to grow in relevance like them? And those ones they have made a name, but you can start today. Even the Bible says today is the day of salvation. So today is the day to start. Today, if you haven't thought about it before, see now I'm sure I'm older than everybody. So don't say, I decided, I said this year, I made up my mind. I said this year I'm going to increase my influence on social media. It was a prayer. I prayed about it. I wanted my voice to be heard. I didn't want to just be a number. I've been on social media for a long time. But you know, until somebody comes to this one that we've come today, and somebody tells you there's something about you, you will not know. I remember, I don't know whether it was when I turned 50 or earlier than that, you know, I began to write something on social media. Ego, okay, I did a story consistently, Ego is pregnant. My mom is Ego. I began to craft a story, an imagination of what happened. You know, when my mom was pregnant, she never told me, I never sat down to discuss with her how it was. But I conjectured different things in my mind. You know, you might just think it is casual, but it is now thinking about it that I know that was imaginative writing. That was creative writing. You know, when I finished those stories, I carried it for 4 days. Everybody is pregnant. One, I stopped at a place. I stopped at something. I talked about, you know, a certain nurse. Those were all imaginative. Those were just in my imagination. And I talked about the day she had her baby. Okay, the day she had her baby happened now to be on the 3rd of January. And then her husband went to the hospital. And all that. You know, and by the time I took my friends, people followed me. People followed that story until the day. And I said, at the end of it all, and I said, when she was born, her father, who is my real father, I used my parents' name, real names, and I said they named her Ngozi Scholastica Oswabo. People were like, I carried them on a journey. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? And then people said, the one that was it real, they were asking me about the nurse, but there was no nurse anywhere. I didn't know who she was. I just created that character. Yeah. But today, people make money out of storytelling. Do you understand? You can't even talk about any concept whatsoever. If you bring in storytelling, it makes it, people can identify with you. You become human. You're not just telling them quoting theories and everything, you know, and people want real people. And so, if you go to my Facebook profile now, I don't know what is on your own. We're talking about optimizing your social media.